Okay, so this is the first actual power generating engine design I've made for coal power. Basic coal, not compacted coal. I designed this with what you might first build as soon as you get coal power in mind. So it's fed with a Mark II belt, split into two Mark I belts for 60 parts per minute. They're offset because, of course, the inputs are offset. Split into fours to get 15 coal per minute, which is how much it burns per minute. And 8 engines, 2 pipes to each hold 180 water per minute. And that's all there is to it. If you want to use compacted coal, oh right, power just goes down the center, of course. If you want to use compacted coal, that's a little more complicated because it burns at 7.143 compacted coal per minute. And that's a little awkward. You can round it up to 7.2 compacted coal per minute, but you still need 25 machines to come up with a whole number of 180 compacted coal per minute. If you want to round that out even further, 50 machines for 360 compacted coal per minute. And it's still going to back up eventually. Of course, you can also control how much you're feeding into a system by using lower tier belts like a choke, which is an idea I've had recently. Haven't really talked about it before. A choke is you have a splitter. Say it's got a Mark V belt in it, but you don't have an exact even number of parts on the, and you don't know, so it's not really effective to try and do belt math with a belt that you do not know how many parts are on it, how full it's going to be. So if you want to control it on the onset, you might find it more effective to split it up with lower tier belts and put it into a combiner or straight into machines. So Mark IV belt plus 2 Mark I belts is 600 parts per minute. You upgrade those to 2 Mark II belts and that's 720 parts per minute. For 360, you just need 3 Mark II belts instead of a Mark III belt, which would be 270. Just another interesting way to do the belt math to achieve a certain parts per minute. And if you want to overflow the excess, you can just put a smart splitter in the front. That would be a more effective solution if you're limiting how many items you're putting into a perfect split system, like this one would be. Whereas a controlled flow system, you're literally flowing the items through it anyways, so you can use a smart splitter at the end to draw away excess parts. This way, you can control how many parts are going into the system on the onset when you don't have the option of flowing parts through a main line because you're splitting everything up evenly. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. I have not designed in my head or in-game any engine for petroleum coke. If you feel like doing that, feel free to experiment on your own. But as for the idea of chokes, I might explore that later. For now, I think I'm going to move on to other power generating engine types. But is there really much use to using the engine format for fuel generators? Because it only takes fluid anyways. I don't need to combine fluid and item. I don't need to combine multiple items. I just don't know. Anyways, that's just my thoughts. And I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for stopping by.